Hello YouTube, how are you today? I'm coming at you on a very, very cold day in my home state of Missouri. Glad to know that you're doing well, at least I'm assuming that you are. I wanted to talk to you about something really quickly here. Well, maybe not so quickly, but I wanted to talk to you. Have you ever wondered what the heck was going on when you would travel the cyberspace of YouTube and find certain slogans like anti-racism equals anti-white? Well, me being black and me being very inquisitive about the state of anything and everything around me, especially as it relates to how people think, what they do with the knowledge that they have, it really confused me to see how people would communicate with one another, especially when talking about certain issues that were very, or potentially very explosive. So, one of my subscribers had sent me an email. I won't mention his name. And he said to me that he was curious as to why I have this slogan on my channel page. Well, I'm going to tell you basically what I told him. First, I do not subscribe to the racist mindset that you find on YouTube. I don't care who it's against. If you want me to be racist against a group, and you're waiting for that video for me to just shoot down a group undeservedly, and because I take some stance of superiority, you will never get that video, because that's not what's in my heart. It's not what's in my head. But what you saw is a formula for behavior. What you saw is based on what is called practical politics. Practical politics does not mean that you need to vote in order to advance your political agenda. Practical politics does not need you to understand certain rules, because you can do basically whatever you want as long as you are under the law but not breaking the law. Do you understand? Practical politics can be used not only to shut down your opponent, but it can be used to indoctrinate the followers of those who use practical politics. That's why, for those masters who understand it, it is such a wonderful tool. Every movement needs a slogan, and racial realists understand this. You see, anti-racism equals anti-white is constructed. It is obviously false. Those who are opposed to racism is not necessarily opposed to white people. The funny thing is, this works against not only people who are minorities who may be in opposition to racism, but it works against other white people who are against racism. It is a basic manipulation. Okay, it's a manipulation of the group, and it's a conditioner for outsiders that you will find in any form of ethnocentrism. ethnocentrism. This slogan is used to create breaks in reality. It doesn't explain anything. But if repeated enough, it takes root within the individual. It like sinks into your subconscious. Okay? Normally, talking points work with those who are fatigued in the mind or emotionally, just plain stupid, or who fail to think things through because they are operating from a stance of belief. Just like many people who practice various different sort of belief systems, sometimes the stupidity, for lack of a better word, let's just keep it simple, is so effective because there is no knowing, there is no discernment, there is no critical examination that makes it impossible for this slogan to stand. It doesn't get knocked down by using your mind. So, on my page, if you go to my page, you will see the slogan, anti-racism equals anti-white equals anti-truth. Why does it read that way? Why? Because it is a communication. I'm telling those who read it, that subscribe to this, that those who do not subscribe to racism are not opposed to white people necessarily. This is not true. This is a lie. Those racial realists who use silk. Silk is a word that we can link to many different things. But in this context, we're going to link silk to words and propaganda. They have their vocabulary, a certain subgroup within the racial realists that use this terminology in order to communicate with others. It has this very covert appeal, but it's very, very manipulative. So anyway, silk refers to words of propaganda. Steel, and you may have saw that term in one of my other videos, refers to weapons. And normally we're talking about physical weapons, not verbal weapons, okay? So this slogan is used to disrupt thought progressions and action. It is not saying, like I said, anything other than what it is saying. When you are looking at this, you can understand the malicious indoctrination that can occur, and you will understand this is psychological warfare. So, if you questioned if I subscribe to this sort of rhetoric, no, I don't. There's normally a reason for everything that I put on my channel page. If you have any questions, I encourage you to ask me if you're so inclined. We have a lot of things that are going on around us. Let's not turn a blind eye to that. Many times on YouTube, we just think that it is a innocuous place where people can go and either be entertained or they can go and receive information in regards to the things that they're concerned about. People don't necessarily give any credence or give any thought to why people do the things that they do. And if the information that they are actually receiving is true, most people don't delve into the information. They don't look deeply. And other people are counting on your stupidity to do that. Sometimes I write little things on my channel comments when I don't want to make a video. But I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I had written. All right? One is monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. This also goes back to the anti-racism equals anti-white. You can see how people are functioning within that group in order to promote their agenda. You have the foot soldiers that are willfully taking a stance from their generals, and they are not thinking, they're just promoting their fear, they're promoting their agenda. How are ideas installed into your mind? You ever ask that question? Do you really think that every single thing that you think about is yours? Do you really think that? Now, I spoke to you without using my voice, but by piecing information together and presenting it to you in regards to the topic of predictive programming. And maybe at a later date, I will do a follow-up video for that. This is not the time. But think about this. Drama plus emotions plus crisis equals a great tool to be used for predictive programming. If you don't know what predictive programming is, go back to, I think it was like one of my first videos. I think it was either number 1, number 2, or number 3, and watch it. Comment on it. Let me know what you think. But while you are traveling YouTube, you need to understand people are out there trying to recruit other people for their worldview. They're looking for foot soldiers. They're looking for compadres. They're looking for pleasure. Pleasure in providing disinformation. Pleasure in tricking you. Pleasure in poking at you. Pleasure in manipulating you. That's why I say don't believe anything that I tell you. Please go out and check it out for yourself. I come here on YouTube to speak with you, to engage in conversation. That's my whole reason for doing this. Other than the fact that I feel that there are certain things that I want to share that needs to be shared for whatever reason. That's basically what my agenda is. I'm very straight up with it. I come directly at you and I present myself. What you see, for the most part, is what you get. There's certain things I don't show you because it's not your business. I like my privacy. However, I am very straightforward in regards to the things that I share, what I stand for. I do not hide that. I do not keep that from you. But when you come here, you need to take this in consideration. If you're not secure in who you are, if you're not comfortable in being you, someone is going to see that. And they're going to use whatever tools they have necessary. And some people have very sophisticated tools to manipulate you, to win you over, to make you think it is your own idea. There are techniques out there that are able to be utilized, that are highly effective in putting thoughts into your mind. Not all information is displayed openly. We know that, right? That's the reason why we have the word occult. There are formulas. Formulas for manipulation of organic beings, you and I. There are formulas that very smart, very insightful people have come up with in their studies of human psychology. They understand what to do, when to do it, in order to get the results that they want from the average individual. And unless you understand certain things in regards to how your world works around you, well, you fall prey for that, now don't you? Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. I'm just going to put it out there. I may redo it at another date with some nice pictures and some highly insightful addition. Anyway, I may redo it later. So I hope this has been helpful. You guys need to talk, okay? I'm getting tired of you guys not talking. Talk more. And for those people who do talk, thank you. But for you guys who don't talk, talk more. Or just talk. Let me know what you're thinking. I don't care if you disagree. I don't care if you agree. But I do care what you're thinking. Okay, have a good day.